Alright, hey guys, sorry about the last Q&A. I just had a interruption. The broadcast stopped because of the internet for some reason. I was having problems. But hopefully it's better now. So as I was saying, Daunted Robin was a friend that played Battlefront with me as well. And Seven. So yeah, there's not really much to say about him, but anyway, I want to get to the bigger ones. You see, one of the bigger friends one of the more important friends I play with is Gold Rush.
So you're Brainiac's new
Because
BFF, huh?
because I met Gold Rush in Star Wars Battlefront as well. You know, I'm pretty sure some other friend invited me to a party, and there were like a bunch of people I didn't know there, and Gold Rush is one of them. Eventually, Gold Rush and I did some like private parties, you know, to get to know each other, and we ended up being best friends. I really like his country accent, honestly. He does have like country type voice. I really like it. But yeah, of course. I mean, he said he's gonna get Justice 2, which would be really cool. But anyway, I want to mention Hunter the Guy 2001. I know you guys probably already know enough about Hunter, but you know, of course, he's like one of my best friends online, and he was introduced to me by Gold Rush. You know, when Gold Rush and I were playing with some of my friends, Gold Rush asked if he could invite some of his friends, so I said sure. He invited some, and Hunter happened to be one of them. And I found out that Hunter was like a really good gamer. Like, he was wrecking everyone. And yeah, I knew that Hunter and I could actually get along very well. And we do have a lot in common, actually. But yeah, Hunter and yeah, it's cool that Hunter has Injustice 2. Yeah, so we try to play on here sometimes, and we try to play together whenever we get a chance, really. You know, but it's not that often because he's usually playing with Gold Rush. Hunter is really funny though. But next up is FNAF Dude. FNAF Dude is someone I haven't recorded with before, but he yeah, he is one of the first people I ever met, and yeah, he was and that was really cool because our fights were always very close in Battlefront. When we do it like a hero battle, I'm Luke, he's Vader, the fights are always very close. And yeah, we became great friends together to the party. Alright, sorry, I just saw an opportunity. Next up, Apex Predator. You see, Apex is I know I've recorded with him before, and he's played with Gold Rush and I a few times. You know, Gold Rush has also made some videos of him, Apex, and I. So, Apex is... Right, yeah, Apex is like a good friend of Gold Rush, obviously. And you know, we play whenever we get a chance. I remember one time when Gold Rush and I were playing with Apex, you know, he got, like, Gold Rush was glitching out as Chewie, so he called him Disco Chewie, and eventually someone killed him, so they were gonna play, like, the funeral song, and, I know Apex did, like, a marriage song, and no, it's funny, cause, like, Gold Rush was like, here comes the bride, Disco Chewie the bride. It was hysterical. One of my favorite moments, could be the favorite moment I've had with them. But another friend is Clouds. Someone I hardly ever play with, but yeah, that's just because outright we're hardly ever online at the same time. We have completely different time zones. Yeah, but he doesn't talk very much, but he is, yeah, he's constantly figure out new glitches with us and stuff, and you know, again, he doesn't play with us that often, but when he does, it's nice. I don't know, I don't know much about him, sorry. But next up, I'll bring up Montoya Boy. Because I'm sure you know who he is by now. I made Destiny videos with him. Yeah, because I met Montoya Boy in Battlefront, and we were like obsessed with doing Hero Hunt together. And every time he was a hero, yeah, he'd be like specifically chasing me, along with FNAF dude. But yeah, he was like always trying to get me. That was, and yeah, he was one of the very first like actual friends I played with. You know, friends I play with a lot. You know, he's one of the first. Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't have his mic now, which is really too bad. I wish I could talk to him again. But let's see here. Another friend is J Brown. J Brown is someone that's played Battlefront with me, and I like him because he sort of has a New York accent to him, you know. And he's like always on at the same time as me, and he's always ready to play with me.
Face your past, Barry.
I'd rather face forward.
He's another really fun one that I like to play with. But let's see. Okay, so next I'm gonna go talk about David. You know, because my friend David goes to school with me. At first, his internet was really weird and we weren't able to play together. But eventually he fixed it, and then we had because I can see him at school, at a park. You know, I can meet him in real life and in the games. It's really cool to talk to someone, to talk to one of your like personal friends online and then meet him. You know, that it really is awesome. But let's see. Next up is Caleb Boss. Caleb Boss is he's a kid that's clearly younger than me, but he's played with DJ Killa. He's always playing with another friend of mine named DJ Killa Boss, who I'm gonna do next. But Caleb was he in Star Wars Battlefront, he was obsessed with the Outer Rim DLC. Like, that's literally all he plays. He's done the Death Star with DJ and I before. Yeah. So, yeah. One of the more fun groups to be in was me, him, and DJ I was getting on. That was the circle. We had like our own little club going, you know? I liked it. So, next up, I'm gonna bring up DJ Killaboss. First, that's with Caleb, and I'll see he swears a lot, but he is really funny. And I like how much he rages. I've never heard someone rage as much as him, and as like crazy as him. He does it so wildly. He's hysterical to play with. But next up is Ace. Ace is he kind of has. I'm not trying to insult him, but he sort of has like the nerdy type voice. All right, like geeky type thing. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to insult him, but like he has that nerdy type thing, and I actually kind of like that about him. You know, it's very cool because, and sometimes he like makes jokes about changing the expression of his voice, and he sounds like dead serious. Which is really funny to my friends and I. You know, he's gifted. So, let's see, I'm trying to think of who I should go with next. Alright, I'm gonna go with JB, no, not JB, no. Hold on. I'm trying to think here, I'm thinking of like friends I met in other games besides Battlefront. Yeah, so SEQ Fighter, because SEQ is someone I met in For Honor, and I remember it too because I played. When I was playing For Honor, for one of my orders, I had to do like a certain amount of duels. So I did some duels, and you know, him and I were actually just kind of messing around. We were just dancing around and doing emotes and stuff, and that was a circle. Eventually, he barely beat me, and then he invited me to the party where I met a bunch of his friends. But I'm not gonna give them an introduction because I don't know. There's not much to say about them. They just play with SCQ and I a lot. So, yeah, but there's people like GRK, Super League, and others. Another one is Battlefront 34. Another kid who's clearly younger than me, but really fun to play with. He is, honestly, he's actually really good at For Honor. Yeah, like he's one of the best For Honor players I have ever seen. And I'm glad I'm friends with him. I'm definitely glad I am friends with him. But he played with me and another friend I have that I'm gonna bring up right now. So, yeah, I want to talk about CJ Poole. CJ Poole he was awesome because him and I were kind of like, we were kind of messing around, you know, and calling like the armies For Honor. We kept calling them by like different sodas instead of their name. It's like the Knights would be the Root Beer Army and stuff, and we loved doing that. It was a lot of fun to be a child again, you know? And so, CJ is definitely one of the more fun friends I like to play with more frequently. Alright, another one is Mad Dog. Mad Dog and I played a lot. Like, every day we would get on and stuff and play Star Wars Battlefront. We'd do best friend heroes versus villains, and it happened like every day. We would play with another friend, Tati, and yeah, we would always do that. And one of the first friends I met, and she's the first female gamer I've ever met.
The Flash wins.
And yeah, honestly, she kind of like played with FNAF and I a lot. And she's sort of a stir. She sort of stuttered. I said study for some reason. This isn't school talk. What am I saying? The friend I want to introduce is Caramel Shooter. Caramel Shooter is someone that, yeah, I got to meet, and she's actually a mom, so she doesn't get to play much because she has like kids. But I remember, yeah, one time in Battlefront, I just started randomly inviting friends to play Battlefront with me. And, yeah, she sent me a message saying maybe tomorrow. So I said okay, and we met tomorrow. And it was really cool. Sometimes she invited her brother and her boyfriend to play with us. Play with FNAF and I. And we would always do private matches in Battlefront and go messing around and stuff. And we were always telling jokes. Honestly, that was like my favorite group to be a part of. Honestly, you know, how we always got together, because I felt like I was with real friends there. I really did. And yeah, I really liked her reactions to certain things, like certain glitches. Like, she just completely freaks out like how that happened. So, you know, she is a lot of fun to play with. I invite her to the party a lot, but these days she just doesn't come very often. I don't know why. Yeah, so let's see. I'm trying to think of others. Let's see. One of them is my friend whose gamer tag is Curious George. You know, I remember when I met him, he was, again, a different friend and invited me to a party, and yeah, that's where I met Goldrush as well. I met Goldrush and Curious at the same time, and we played, you know, we were all doing Hero Hunt together. Curious, he was always kind of laid back, you know, he always had like this chilled voice. He was never really stressed at all. That's what I loved about him. So,
The Flash
I'm trying to figure out who to go with next. Yeah. So there's Curious. There's Monty Boy, another friend who's like Montoya Boy, kinda, you know. Not much to say about him. Anyway, next up is Panda Boy. Panda Boy is Hunter's brother. You know, he's made a lot of Injustice 2 videos with his brother, you know, of them playing together, and I really enjoyed them. His brother, honestly, isn't as good at the games as Hunter is, you know, but he's just as funny as